Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel ahead of Game Week 27. Another, well, not midweek because the other ones were Friday, but this one's a midweek deadline. I got there in the end. It is a midweek deadline. Of course, we are going to be live for the next few hours, hopefully helping you guys out as best as we possibly can. As you can see in the chat, we've got a poll going off as well. Of course, the big decision for a lot of FPL managers this week is going to be which way do you go with captaincy? Do you go for Mo Salah, who's been so consistent throughout the year, or do you go for Cole Palmer with, of course, that delicious fixture against one of the worst sides we've seen in the Premier League in Southampton? Thank you for the guy with the really loud bike as well. That was appreciated. Of course, if you've got any questions about your team as well, get them in the comment section. We'll try to answer as many as we possibly can. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you're hitting like, subscribe, all that good stuff. PS1 Hagrid says he's first in the chat. Well done, mate. Captain to you. Manish has gone, I'm captain in Salah. A few people are saying they're not going to punt on Palmer as well. Cheers, mate. Terrible last week for me, so this week should be better. Good luck to you as well. Yeah, my last game week was really good. Obviously, it was the last time we got to use the assistant manager chip, and it worked wonders. Genuinely worked wonders. Let me bring up my team. So that's my team for this week, but let me head back to the one for last week. Here we go, points. So 114 we scored in the end. We took a -4. We obviously gambled on Glasner. As you can see, the team did just absolute bits. Of course, it was a little bit of a shame benching Hall with his 9-pointer on the bench. If we'd have had that as well, definitely would have broke into the top 10k. But overall, pretty decent week, to be honest. I do apologise that there was no content. Obviously, I wasn't in the country. I was filming a video for the second channel. That dropped this afternoon. So if you want to go check that out, feel free to. We were there for the Brussels derby. We also experienced another game out in Belgium as well. Really good video. It took a lot of time to edit last night. I think I was editing for about 5 hours. So I'd really appreciate it once you've got all your FPL information or watched this stream. Head over to that one. It's a really good watch. Yeah, it'll be great with your tea tonight. That's all I'm going to say. And Cuckoo or Neto? I mean, I don't really like either as a pick, to be honest. I know the next two fixtures are really good, but yeah, I don't think I'd go near any of them. Just not for me. Play Huijsen or Castagna? Ooh, we'll have a look at the betting markets for that one in a second and see which team's got the better clean sheet odds. Because neither, I would probably say, are probably going to get any sort of attacking returns. Probably Castagna a little bit higher, but overall I think it probably is going to even itself out a little bit, isn't it? But yeah, by the way, we will be doing team reviews as always, so if you want to get your team reviewed by me, head over to to my ex. I can't speak. Head over to my ex and leave your team under one of my most recent tweets. I have just got back from the gym. That's why I'm still wearing like my gym top and stuff, and I'm a little bit kind of all over the shop. I thought I was going to be finished a little bit sooner with my session, but it ran over a little bit. So I'm still just trying to get my head around what's going off. But yeah. Connor asks, hi Tom, which would you bench out of Mikulenkovic, Wood and Kirkez? Ooh, good question. I mean, it's not an easy fixture, is it, for Forest this week, Arsenal at home. But Arsenal are definitely vulnerable. I probably, out of that lot you've just suggested there, though, I probably would bench Milinkovic. I probably would. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. Hey, Tom, thoughts on starting Trossard over Wood? I mean, it's a difficult one, but Forest are a little bit leaky at the moment. I think I prefer Wood, though, just for the penalties. I'm going to captain Bowen. Going to be good or my season is over. Jesus, that is a big differential, captain, that one. I do like Jared Bowen. Everybody that knows this channel and has watched me for a while knows that I have a big soft spot for Jared Bowen, but I don't think I go that far. If I had to choose, oh my days, probably Neto. Thoughts on Palmer TC, high risk, high reward, is definitely a possibility. Obviously, we're not going to have double game weeks. You might still have the assistant manager chip. So maybe you could use it in this single game week. I don't hate the idea. Southampton are abysmal. Literally the worst side in the league for XG conceded. The game against Brighton, terrible. So yeah, I don't hate it. Palmer's numbers haven't been woeful either, if we bring them up very quickly. As you can see here, 0.7 against Villa's not bad. 0.34, 0.7. It's not like astronomical. Nothing like amazing, but still okay-ish numbers for a player, to be honest. And his per 90 data per this season, 0.78, is ridiculous. He's just a consistent kind of threat, isn't he? But he's obviously not been delivering in recent weeks. Oh, mate. Rodgers to Nkunku. Like, I get getting rid of Rodgers. I don't mind that one, but to Nkunku, oh, that's a poor one. That is a poor one. I'm not a big fan of that one. Bench one of Maramouche, Isak, Visser, Kluivert, Palmer, Enzo, and Cuckoo. Ooh. Probably say you split between Enzo and Nkunku, aren't you, really, there? Or Maramouche, potentially. You know what? I probably would go Maramouche out the lot. I probably would. Or Enzo or Maramouche are probably going to be the two that I would suggest benching. That's the way I'd go on those two. Fair enough, the white goldfish. Fair enough, mate. I can't speak. I've literally got back from the gym and my mouth has just, like, not opened up. It's just not working yet, which is not good. Not good. Not what you really want, is it? Have you seen Rob T's? Yes, we've got Rob T's stuff available and ready as always. It is here. Let me bring it up for you guys. So we've got the betting markets for this week. As you can see, pretty decent numbers for Chelsea, obviously. Liverpool's, though, aren't too far behind. City have got decent projected numbers as well this week as well. Interesting that they've gone for Brighton as the favourites tonight in that early kickoff there as well. So, not bad, not bad. I mean, City's fixture's okay against Spurs, so I guess you could still keep Maramouche in. There's okay projected numbers there, isn't there? I guess, though, maybe it's going to be one of the Bournemouth players this week then, but I definitely could see them scoring against Brighton. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet, to be honest. Doesn't look like there's probably going to be many clean sheets across the board, to be honest. You'd probably say Chelsea, but I definitely could see them slipping up and conceding one. Liverpool, I don't see it there. Don't see Arsenal keeping one. I genuinely think we might get a week where there's not a clean sheet. Maybe it's going to be in a random game like Wolves-Fulham or potentially the Brighton-Bournemouth game where we're going to get one, but I think it could be slim pickings this week. Bench Semenyo or Dango? I probably would bench Semenyo. Bench Jimenez or Gakpo? I probably would bench Gakpo. I don't think we've had an update, have we, from Slot? Someone correct me if I'm wrong or not. That, though. Wood and Isak to start? I think it's fine starting them. Like, Chris Wood is still just one of those players that is continually getting points this season. Like, it's ridiculous how easy this guy is getting points this season. West Ham might keep a clean sheet as well. That's also a valid shout. That is also a valid shout. They could keep one, I think. Can Man U? No, it's Man U. They're just terrible. They're just a terrible team at the moment, so I don't think they'll keep one either. But in terms of my team this week, I think the only big decision we've got is, of course, going to be Palmer or Salah. Who do we captain? Because the team as is, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I've said from the past few weeks, the plan now is just purely to build transfers into game week 29. So that is my plan. That's all we've got really going forward for the next few weeks. Will you sell Rodgers? Yeah, the one player I wanted to sell Rodgers for was Jared Bowen. Can't afford it, so I'm just going to firm it and wait till 29. I think probably the plan there will be see what midfielder's looking decent come the blank game week. But for now, every other option within that price point doesn't really excite me too much. Kluivert, Bowen, Wood, pick two. I probably would start Bowen and Kluivert. You probably want to maybe bench Kluivert or Visser. Oh, probably would go Visser. I'd probably go Visser. Kluivert's got the penalties. You know I'm a big sucker for penalties. I'm going Rodgers to Bowen. Yeah, I think if I could afford it, I probably would be making a very, very similar move. Bench Ahmad until wildcard. Ahmad to Bowen, but Haaland blocked. I guess it depends when you plan on wildcarding and what you plan on doing with Erling Haaland. Do you want to bring him in early before you wildcard? Maybe game week 28, game week 29? Or, of course, are you just going to firm it without him? Bench Semenyo or Saar? I mean, I'd bench Saar in that case. Just checking the bettings. Palmer is short odds on 1-5 to score or assist. Only 10-1 for a hat-trick. Think he's going to be my captain. Fair enough, Scotty, mate. I mean, I'm still very, very unsure which way to go on this one. I think we might be going for a coin flip on it. Just to see which way we're going. How long am I streaming for? We'll probably stream till like 4, half 4, somewhere around there. Yeah, we'll get more people in the stream, and then obviously we'll decide what we want to do with the coin. Bench one of Kluivert and Buemo, Isak or Wood. You're probably going to be benching Wood in that scenario. Isak or Visser, who to start? I'd probably go Isak just because I think he'll do more damage. Going Palmer captain due to Harwood, Bellis and Bednarek out. That is also a very, very good shout. Both of those guys are out as well. So obviously that's another reason I think a lot of people potentially will be looking at Cole Palmer this week. Trent, Kirkes, Gabriel, Robinson, bench one, Alisson in goal if that makes any difference. You're probably going to bench, I would say maybe Robinson or Kirkes. I think it's probably a split between those two. Jessica's in the chat. Hope you're doing good, Jessica. She says, I'm nervous to not captain Salah. Ooh. Captain Jess, you must have had been a member for so many months. I think that's a 6-month membership now. So thank you very much for your continued support. Appreciate that one. Bench Wood or Trossard? I think I would bench Trossard. I rather would. Palmer versus Salah is going to be such a hot topic of discussion for today's stream, and I will do a coin flip a little bit later to decide. The reason I'm currently sat on Salah is because he has been ridiculously consistent this season. Genuinely ridiculously consistent. It's an absolute joke how good the lad has been. And that's my reason. His head-to-head record against Newcastle as well is really, really good. Liverpool already put in a strong performance. Newcastle as well conceding 3 to Forest. The defence does look a little bit shaky at the moment. I think there could be goals in that game as well. Liverpool being a home fixture as well. I do think it is leaning me more towards Mohamed Salah. However, there is so much going for Cole Palmer as well. Of course, Southampton, the worst side for XG conceded, not only over the course of this season, over the past 5 game weeks as well. Palmer's numbers aren't terrible, but the fact that then they've got Bednarek, Harwood, Bellis out. I saw something from Prunty as well, who is a Southampton fan, saying that their CDM is on loan from Chelsea, so they can't use him. So they're having to play somebody, I think it's Flynn Downs, who the manager just doesn't like, despises. So that's not good. He spoke about potentially changing some formations as well. So yeah, the betting markets as well. Top of the projected goals in the Rob T FPL stuff. Also has Palmer and top in that regard. But then we throw it back where Chelsea have been really poor recently. Palmer's not been delivering. So again, it's kind of one of those. You've got a player who's doing exceptionally well, and I don't think it's the worst fixture, who's been very, very consistent this year, or that appeal of the worst team in the league for a player that we know can absolutely go off at any point, but hasn't really been doing it recently. It's whether or not you're willing to take that gamble. And I think the position I'm in right now, I don't think I'm going to take the gamble right now. I don't think I am. But let me know which way you guys are potentially thinking on that one. What other questions have we got? Bench Hall ahead of Konate and Huijsen. Yes. Hey Tom, I've Sab sells Gabriel Raya. I was thinking because Arsenal have poor attack at the moment. Forest may do well at home. I'm tempted to bench Gabriel and Raya. Why would you bench Gabriel and Raya? They're still a really good defence. I don't think I'd play Aina. Forest have definitely dropped off a little bit in terms of the XG conceded numbers in recent weeks. The White Goldfish says, I had a dream last night. I TC'd Palmer and he blanked. It might be a sign. Bro, they usually say though, whatever happens in your dream is the opposite of what happens in your real life. So maybe you go against that. I have got Pereira Assman. Nice. We'll look at some Assman in a bit. What do you think about Bowen? Big fan of Bowen. Think he could be a decent pick for the next few weeks until you wildcard in 30 or 31. Top 3 Bournemouth mids now that Evan Nielsen was back on the bench. Probably Kluivert, Semenyo, Dango. That order. I'm captaining Palmer this game week, but it's more because I want to chase. Could go really wrong, but I want to try. Worth the gamble, though. Worth the gamble. Dango or Wood, who to bench? Probably would bench Dango. Cunha or Jimenez? I would rather play Cunha this week. Would do a -4 to transfer an 8 Nuri for Hall. Do not want to start Mikolenko as my keeper. Pickford also. Would do a -4. I don't mind the -4, but like, is it really necessary? I get it gives you a player for the game week 29 blank, Steve, but I don't know if it's going to be necessary. Would you start Saliba over Kirkez? Yeah, I probably would. I definitely would. I probably would go down that route. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Of course, make sure you are liking today's stream. It does push it out to more people, and that's exactly what we want. Let me know which way you're going with your captaincy decision for this game week. Looking at early results of the poll, we've had over 100 votes in so far. 63% are going for Salah, 32% are going for Palmer, 5% for other. I'd love to know who that other is. If you put other, let me know in the comments. Hi Tom, I transferred Rodgers out, Bowen in. What do you think? I don't mind that. I was looking at doing a very similar thing. On what overall rank would you chase Palmer captain? I guess that depends what your goals are. Like, I feel like if you're happy within the top 100k, then just stick with Salah. But if you want to, go for it and start to maybe look towards that top 10k, maybe you take the gamble. I guess it's just your risk tolerance, isn't it, really? I'd probably say anything outside the top 100k, maybe worth a little bit of a gamble this week. Vissa over Enzo to start. Enzo was super attacking as the cam against Villa and that fixture, and Vissa was good. I mean, that's a toughie. I think I would still go with Enzo over Vissa though. I'd go Raya and Gabriel still. I still would. -4 for Enzo and Cunha. Depends who you're taking out. I went for other Bowen. Nice. I know you did, bro. I know you did. Salah cap because Palmer just gave me a goal last time. I captained him against Southampton. Fair enough. Aina or Gabriel. I still probably would go Gabriel. Start Enzo, Wood or Isak. I'd start Enzo. I really, really would. I think this fixture is absolutely delicious. I'm very envious of the people that have got Enzo this week. What was his data like last week? I know people have said he had a pretty decent performance, but I'm interested to see. Enzo. Oh my days. 1.51. That is ridiculous if he was playing in the 10 as well. My God, that is ridiculous. And then he's got Southampton. This guy could go big this weekend. He really could. Maybe Rodgers doesn't see it. The problem is, though, that then they face Arsenal in 29. And I don't really want to have to play Enzo. Because I need as many players as I can possibly get in 29. I also don't know who I'd bench, to be honest. Maybe Chris Wood out of the lot, but then that could end in tears. No worries, anytime, bro. Anytime, that is what we're here for. We always do the nice early streams, help you guys out, and then we let the big boys take over because they've got the pull power, and we'll leave that to them. They're the big boys. Sells or Allison, I didn't hear. I'd probably go Allison on that one. Bench Vissa, Wood or Cliver. I think you're probably looking at the player that doesn't have penalties, so Vissa, but I think Wood probably would be the other one that I'd consider drop in there. Start Wood or Isak. I probably would go Isak. Who should I start free from these? Haaland, Eze, Bowen, Nawari. I would probably go Bowen, Eze, Haaland. I don't think I'd go Nawari. Don't think I'd go Nawari on that one. But by the way, guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Of course, we will be doing team reviews. We'll probably get those done about 3:30. So if you want to get your team sent over to me on Twitter or on X or whatever you want to call it these days, head over to there, leave it under one of my most recent tweets, and we'll get taking a look at your team very, very soon. And of course, if you're enjoying today's stream, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated as always. And I genuinely think where I'm living today, there is a competition for who can have the loudest moped. Like, who's buying these terrible mopeds with awful exhaust on the back? I do apologise, guys. Start Marmouche or Visser? I would probably start Visser. I went and Cuckoo due to the Rob FPL projected goals so high. Fair enough. I would bench Mikulenkovic. Roll the free transfer or Iwobi to Bowen to bench Visser? Nah, I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd just play Visser. Who will get less minutes? Probably going to be Dango, you'd assume, wouldn't you, right? But I guess we're going to have to see how things pan out. Keep Gakpo or sell Gakpo to Cunha. If I had Gakpo, I would be moving him to Cunha, for me personally. I think that is the play to go for. Gakpo to Cunha. Best manager pick. I'm glad someone asked me that. Obviously, some of you have still got the assistant manager chip active and ready. This is from Rob T FPL. And as you can see right here, these are the top 4 projected AM points for this week. Obviously, last week's hero, Oliver Glasner, with 10.3 and has the potential of a table bonus. So if you went for him last week, fair enough. I probably would just leave it on him again and hope for the best. Victor Pereira as well could be a decent shout. Again, that chance of table bonus. Maresca is probably going to be your safe pick with an 81% chance of a win. Top for projected goals as well. Top for the clean sheet odds, as you can see on this list as well. However, Chelsea recently have been pretty terrible, haven't they? Postecoglou as well with City also got table bonus. It's not the same City that we all know and love, is it, at the moment? So definitely another one where you could see potentially some table bonus out of that one. In terms of everybody else, probably, in my opinion, not worth any sort of consideration. Of course, if you went for Graham Potter last week and it worked out for you and you've still got him this week, again, he could be just one that you decide just to stick with because they do have Leicester. They've got a pretty strong chance of winning the game. The projected goal numbers and clean sheet numbers as well aren't too bad. Those mopeds are annoying. Yep, sorry, I literally can't do anything about it. Currently on slot with 1 free transfer. Should I go for Glasner or Pereira or just make a transfer? Depends what you need. If you've obviously not planned on free hitting in 29, your team needs players for that one, then maybe just worth holding on slot because he's still high up on these projecteds. But if you're fancying a chase, and that's what I went for last week, I went for the chase. It worked absolute wonders and Glasner cooked up. So yeah, I probably would maybe say chase some table bonus and enjoy it. Do you prefer to start Cliver over Visser? Probably would, yes. Just purely down to the fact that Cliver has penalties and I'm a big sucker for penalty takers. That's unfortunately the way my mind works. Bench Semenyo or Beto? Ooh. I could see Beto scoring again. He's just in that purple patch, isn't he? He's in that red hot form. So I think I'd rather... You know what? I think I'd rather play... I'd rather play Beto. Would you start Mikolenko or Hall? Already have Pickford and double Brentford attack. Then yeah, you might as well take a gamble on Hall. He could do what he did this week and pick up many assists. Can do Visser to Cunha for free or do I roll? I'd roll. I'd leave Visser in there. I know I was more because of... Oh, right. No worries, bro. No worries. Buy Bowen or Cunha, can only afford one. Depends who you're taking out and who you're bringing in. Hello, sir. Cunha and Watkins out. Any Liverpool team news? Not as yet. But yeah, I rate that move. I probably would go Cunha in for Watkins. Don't mind that as a move. Pickford or Areola? I mean, Brentford have a great record at home, don't they? I probably would go for... I'd maybe gamble on Areola. They've got Leicester this week. You might as well. Keep Visser for Villa or get in Cunha. I probably would maybe look at Mateus Cunha. I mean, Villa's not a bad fixture, but this guy has been just... Look at the numbers here. For 6.4 million, look at some of the expected goal involvement numbers here. 0.65 for a striker this cheap is ridiculous. But I'm probably going to keep him for my team just because I need bodies for 29. But if you've got that luxury, then yeah, I would be tempted because Cunha could be a great captaincy shout come game week 29. Thinking about going for Uric and taking the risk. Fair enough, mate. Hope it works out for you. Start 3 from Van Heck, Mikolenko, Robinson, Gabriel, Kirkes. Robinson, Gabriel, probably Kirkes. There you go. Rogers to Bowen or Ndai to Cunha. I think I would rather have Ndai to Cunha. I think I would if I had to pick between the two right now. Keep Gakpo for Castle and Southampton or get Cunha. I'd get Cunha. I would bench João Pedro. Start Wood or Neto. I mean, if you brought in Pedro Neto, you want to play him in this fixture, so obviously I'd pick him. Bench Semenyo or Visser. Probably bench Semenyo. Are you watching the games today? Yeah, we'll have the setup. If you don't know, we have like 3 televisions in my flat with my friends. So we'll have usually like Sky Sports on in the middle, and then we'll have a game either side. It is an elite setup. Yes, we don't get any women, but it's an elite setup. That's all that matters, really, isn't it? No women, no problems. -4 Enzo to Rogers. Don't think I'd do it. Don't think I'd do that. Start 2 from Isaac, Wood, Nawari. I'd probably go for the first 2 there. Penalties. Yeah, it's just easy, isn't it? How do you think there's any merit in going with Nkuku or Neto? Not for me personally. I get the appeal of the next 2 fixtures. They are really, really good, and I understand why people are doing it, but just not for me personally. Is it worth a free transfer? Rogers to Neto. Not free hitting in 29. They've got a difficult fixture in 29. They've got Arsenal, but you do get the next 2 fixtures, which of course are very, very good, and I get the appeal of that. But yeah, I don't think I would. My friend, hey lad, it's the snoring. Of course, the snoring's demoted you now, just from best friend to just friend. Soon you'll be down at flatmate level. Won't even be there. Oh yeah, I've definitely posted a picture of it before on my Twitter somewhere. So if you head over to my Twitter and then go to like media, you'll see it. But yeah, I mean, I can post it again. I'll post it probably later tonight. It usually does quite well. You still climbing? Yes, Alex, bro. We are climbing. We're up to 11k now, which is very decent to say the least. I'm in a very, very good position and very grateful for it. Considering where we were at the start of the year, let me bring that up because that'll chuckle some people. Here we go. So this was my rank in game week 7. 5.2 million. And this is why I say to people, don't worry about where you are early season up until probably Christmas. Don't really worry about it. There's so many game weeks you can pull it back, right? So we were at 5.2 million in game week 7. And look at the rise we've had over the past few weeks. Just slowly creeping our way up. Creeping. Then we kind of had this period here where we were stuck on 30k for 3 weeks. We took a gamble, and this is what I mean. Sometimes the gambles can work. We took a gamble on Glasner, and I definitely think if I've got the assistant manager chip left within my locker, I would be looking for managers with table bonus. We took the gamble, and we hit 11k. Because sometimes those gambles can pay off. So maybe if you've been plateauing a little bit over the past few weeks, could be worth a gamble this week, potentially on Palmer captain. I don't think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to stick with Mohamed Salah. I also think that's probably one of the highest ever game week ranks I've ever seen. 8k is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever had a better rank than that in a single game week. 8,000 just for 1 week is ridiculous. But it's got us into this position just outside the top 100k. So hopefully we can continue and yeah, just keep going. I know Golden as well, who's live right now, one of my good friends in the community. He's also having a pretty mega season as well. And it's great to see because we're both kind of coming up at the same time and yeah, we're loving it. Yeah, you've just been consistently good, Alex, haven't you? There's no been kind of like terrible point for you. You've just been amazing all season. Where are you at now? I know you're still top of our league as well, the Soggy Biscuit Super League. So yeah. I forgot to do my predictions. Like I said, I pretty much got back from Belgium last night. Edited the Belgium video. By the way, if you want to go check that out, that is on the second channel now. Feel free to. It's an amazing video. Probably one of the best videos I've produced so far for that channel. That's available on the second channel, so feel free to go and check that one out. It's a really, really good video. Great watch. And yeah, then obviously I was in work this morning, and then I was at the gym, and then now I'm here with you guys. So I haven't had time to do it, but we can just do them off the fly if you want. We'll do the Salah coin flip at 3. We'll do it as a big one. A big one, right? We'll do a big 3 o'clock. Set your alarms. 3 o'clock. We will do the coin flip for Salah versus Palmer. What is my second channel called? It is my name. One of the moderators will probably put it in. Let me just grab a link for you. But it's literally my name. So, yeah. Let me just grab a quick link for you. There you go. Just whacked it in the chat. But yeah, feel free to go and check that out. Hit subscribe as well. Like I said, that video is out now. And it's something I've always wanted to do. It is something I've always wanted to do. Go to European games, experience the culture, and kind of just film it. And if we can make the channel big enough and we can make some money off it, even better. But right now, I'm just enjoying it. It's great fun. I literally just went out to Belgium with my friend and just enjoyed myself. So you can't complain at that. Yes, the coin flip for captaincy, Palmer versus Salah, will be at 3 o'clock. So set your alarms. It's 10 a.m. here. Oof. What do you recommend transfer-wise? I've got 4 players I'm not in love with anymore. Trossard, Rodgers, Watkins, Pedro. Any of these worth transferring out? I think, like Watkins to Cunha could be a big upside move. Rodgers to maybe a gamble on a Chelsea midfielder. Or, of course, Bowen could be a decent one. Same with Trossard as well. I guess it depends what your chip strategy is, Scott. Are you free hitting in 29 or are you not? Oh, mate, that's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. Tom would recommend just come to Serbia Derby. Just Googled it. Yeah, I definitely... It's one on the list, mate. It is one on the list. It's just trying to get to a lot of places where clubs are weird when you're buying tickets. They'll be like, oh, you can buy a ticket, but you need to have a passport from that country. So it's kind of like, yeah... Alright guys, cool. I don't have one because I'm not from that country. So yeah, that's always the interesting bits. Bench 1 of Gabriel, Munoz and Robinson. Probably Robinson. I probably would go Isak over Wood. Oh, it's 10 PM over there. Might go to sleep. You go to sleep, bro. Don't you worry about it. 10:40 in Singapore. Oh my days. How can it be 10:40? Oh, 10:30, you've corrected yourself. Play Huijsen or Munoz. I would go for Munoz. Definitely more upside. We saw that last game week as well. What other questions did I miss while I was kind of going on a rant? Yes, we'll be rating teams. We'll do those at 3:30. People have said they will want the predictions on the fly. All right, we'll do some predictions on the fly. Yeah, golden goal as well. Absolute legend. Honestly, I have a lot of time for Tom. Me and him talk a lot about YouTube and just life in general. We're good friends outside of it. So yeah, hopefully we might get Tom on the channel at some point as well. We might go to a game together. Had a great game week. I'm top 20, but gained 10 to 20 points on the top 10 managers, so I can see the top 10 again. That would be sick, Alex, bro, if you could get number 1. Honestly, absolutely mental. My strategy is basically whatever you are going to do. My strategy then, bro, is not to use my free hit. So try and get a team together, maybe -4 potentially, but I don't think we will need to now. So get a team together for game week 29, play it, wildcard in 30 or 31, then get ourselves set up for the doubles in 32 and 33 potentially, could move to 36, then free hit in the blank for 34. That's currently how I'm lining up. Hi Tom, bench 1 of Isak, Visser or Cunha. I would probably bench Visser or Kluivert out of those two. Which defender do you think will get a clean sheet this week? I was looking at the clean sheet odds. I'm not convinced I don't think there will be any clean sheets. Maybe a Chelsea one, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, imagine benching Munoz. Come on. Who do I support? I support Mansfield. You can't see it anymore, but there's a kit over there. Hang on, let me move to the solo cam so you can see it. So that kit over There we go. There is the Mansfield kit. So that's who I support. They play in League One for now, but we're absolutely terrible. And I don't know if you can see, but the wall of scarves has started to get a little bit bigger. We've got Anderlecht and we've got Dender as well. They're the two teams that we watched at the weekend. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with them because we keep picking up scarves at away games in foreign countries, which is good. I like it. But I don't know where I'm going to put them all. So, yeah, we'll have to see why that happens. We've hit 40 likes on today's stream. If we could hit 50, that would be absolutely incredible. We've got 110 people in here, so if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you're doing that. It does push this stream out to more people, gets more people in here, and that is exactly what we want to see. My team looks great for 30 and 31. Should I keep the wild card for game week 32? You could do the wild card in 32 as well if your team's looking pretty decent at that point. I think I'm going to Rodgers to Bowen and bench Wood. Only issue is I might need hit for Haaland in 29. Fair, but if you may be thinking about captaining him in 29, might be worth it. My club is Wrexham, tearing up League One. Oh, come on, bro. Come on. Which of Nawari or Enzo in? I would prefer to have Enzo in to afford Cunha, yeah. I have a doubt Gakpo will play because Southampton, because of the PSG game. Yep. Remember, Champions League fixtures next week. FA Cup at the weekend as well. A lot of games coming up for Liverpool. Oh, can we discuss Visser? I'm thinking of going really offensive and switching him out for Cunha. Could be a play, bro. Could be a play. What did he do in the reverse? I'll have a look. Because if he scored in the reverse, I think I would want to keep him for the Everton at home. I'd be tempted with the Villa at home as well. The Bournemouth away one is the one where I might be like, yeah, you know what? I might take this guy out and get Cunha in. What did he do in the reverse? Everton. Just a 2-pointer. 71 minutes. Didn't score. You put something in my mind. Ha! Cheers, bro. Thank you. FPL MV is in the chat as well. Make sure you're going to check in this guy's channel out. Absolute legend, grafting away with the UCL content and, of course, the FPL content as well. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, the rank gain has been insane this season. Like Rocky-esque comeback levels. I will have around 13 players fit for game week 29, so no need to free hit. Yep, as long as you can get a starting 11 out, I think you'll be fine. And if we get to that point as well where you probably could take a -4, I don't hate it. I think some people potentially could go down that route as well. I probably would bench Cliver ahead of Enzo this week as well. I think you're chasing that Southampton fixture, aren't you? Can you also give chip strategies? I plan to use the free hit in 29. So I'll have my free hit, bench boost, and wildcard available. So if you're doing that, I think you're probably going to be wildcarding maybe like 35 then, because you're going to need to dead end your team into 34, or just hope the players that you can get into 34 are going to be good enough. Yeah, it's a tricky one, that one. Jose Sarr for Alisson in 29. I don't really like goalkeeper transfers. I think there's probably more upside moves. Tom, did you look at the potential bench boost in game week 32? Some weaker teams have nice fixtures. Yeah, I definitely think it'll be one we will be considering over the next few weeks. I want to just obviously wait and see what fixtures are announced within the double in 33 before obviously committing to a certain set of strategy. But yeah, the bench boost could go in 32, 33. I think I'm keeping Wissa for one more home game against Everton and then getting Bowen for the Leicester game. Yeah, I can show my transfer plans till 32. We'll get those up. Oh, thank you very much, Stephen. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you've come across the channel. Thank you very much for getting your comments in. Of course, if you've got any questions about your teammate, you can get them in, and I'll try and help you out. Hey, would you bench Timber or Gvardiol? I probably would actually play Gvardiol this week. I think he could do quite well. Planned out my 27 to 32 on FPL team and made the wrong transfer by accident. Transferring out Elanga instead of Rodgers ruined my whole plan. Oh yeah, because they've got Ipswich as well. That's why I've kept the two Forest players and we're going to continue to keep them. They've got Ipswich in 29 as well. Yeah, I get your point. I really, really get the point, and it could be one of those moves that gets you into the top 10. It really, really could, because Cunha is that guy, isn't he? And he is absolutely quality. So, yeah, definitely possible, Alex. I'm going to have a little bit of a play around, I think, in FPL.team in a second. Hey, man, congrats on the rank. Who would you bench from Pedro, Kluivert, and Dango? I would be tempted with either Dango or Pedro there, mate, and thank you very much. Wow. Same price as Salah to scorers in Cuckoo, according to the betting markets. Ridiculous, that. Maybe Scott's onto something. Maybe you're onto something, bro. No, I like that strategy you've gone for there. Wildcard, TC, bench boost 34 seems like a great move. I know obviously you're using your chips pretty much all in one big go, but that's probably what I would do if I had all those chips left and available. Hey Tom, go and die and Dango to Cunha and Bowen for a -4. Ooh, that's a tempting move. I probably would. Yeah, I think I'd probably go for that. By selling Alanga instead of Rodgers, it means I can't get Haaland in 29. Have to wait for 30 to 31. Oh, mate, that is shocking, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise. You never know what could happen, Max. You never know what could happen. Right, let me just quickly open FPL.team up. And, yeah. Right, give me a second. Move all the ads. They have so many ads on this website. I know you can pay for premium, but I'm a cheapskate. I am a cheapskate. Right, here we go. So this is how the team is lining up for this week. In terms of my transfer plans at the moment, I think we're going to roll again in 28 because, yeah, he's got City, but it's not the worst fixture in the world. We probably would play Hall instead of Højsen and go like that. Trent and Salah, fine. We're looking pretty good on the Liverpool front. Then we head into 29, and these are where the fun problems start. As you can see, we do have 3 free transfers. So, my plans would be Trent for Gvardiol. I really want Gvardiol in for some reason. I'm horny for it a little bit. Then I think we've got 7.9 million, so we'd have a look who's decent around that price point. Who's Bowen got in that week? 29, Everton and Wolves. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But yeah, we do something like that. And then we've obviously got one more free transfer. Now, I don't ideally want to take Isak and Salah out because I've got so much value built into them and I'm going to want to keep them in the next few weeks. So I probably would take somebody like Hall out. We've got 5.3 million. What are the fixtures looking like in 29? Who's got a decent fixture? Probably 8 Nuri, I think was the one I outlined. Yeah. 8 Nuri. And then we probably, yeah, would go with something like that. We'd probably captain Chris Wood potentially there. But that's, I think, how the team would look for blank game week 29. It requires us to take no minuses to get to that point. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Or if I reset, so this is this week, we could take the gamble. Like Alex was suggesting, right? We take the gamble, we go Cunha this week. Good fixture, not a bad fixture. 28, team's looking pretty decent. 29, team's looking good. We've only got 2 free transfers though, so it would mean we are going to have to take a -4 in the blank to get a full 11 out. So again, we probably would just make the same moves though. Trent for Gvardiol. Rodgers, we'd have a little bit less money. Can we afford Bowen still? Bowen, and then we'd probably get 8 Nuri. Bob on the money. Just like that. So that's probably how the team would look. Something similar to that when we get to 29. Which I do feel looks a lot stronger. So maybe that -4 could be worth it. Alex have given me some food for thought here, haven't you, you bugger? Then we go into 30. Again, I want to try and keep my options as open as possible for 30. Purely down to the fact that... who would we bench here? Probably Chris Wood. Purely down to the fact that the fixtures might not be announced till game week 31 rather than game week 30. So I want to keep the team open and options. And I think that team would be still pretty decent to just go into 30 anyway. Then we get into 31. Again, this would probably be the week we'd wildcard. We'd have probably, we probably would go triple Newcastle at this point. Cunha's fixtures aren't even that bad as well there. So they've got a double coming up as well. But yeah, obviously that's still a long way down the line and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of my initial thinking right now. It's all a trap. It would give me a great captaincy option in 29, wouldn't it? It would give me Cunha in 29. Could you not get Haaland for a -4? I don't think I could. It probably would involve me taking Isak out. So we'd be Haaland-less in 29, which would be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Palmer cap this week. I'm leaning more towards Salah. Looks like the poll as well on the chat is also leaning more towards Salah, with 60% of the vote going for Mohamed Salah. I get it. 38% going for Erling Haaland. We've had for Palmer. Sorry, we've had 306 votes in as well. So decent numbers for the vote. Obviously, though, we are going to do the big coin flip. If you're new to the channel, we have the holy coin, right? This is it. This is it right here, yeah? The holy coin. And if you don't know what the holy coin is, it is a coin that has changed a large proportion of my season. I went against it. But, yeah. And it does feel very much like a luxury transfer, doesn't it? It does feel like a luxury transfer. Palmer definitely has the high ceiling, but if we look at previous head-to-head records, Mohamed Salah's got a really, really good record against Newcastle, especially in the past 2 games. 2 goals in both of those games. Like, yeah, the guy is absolutely phenomenal, isn't he? Cunha's definitely going to be a player I think I want to get in. Oh, Alex. Oh, Alex. What have you done to me coming in this stream? Changing my mind on Visser. And now we sit here with Cunha on the brain. I still think I'm better keeping off Visser with Everton at home. I still think that's the play. I still think we roll this week. Maybe Cunha's one for next week. But yeah, you bugger coming in here, I was like, oh, this is the easiest roll. This is the easiest week. I don't have to think. Now look what you've done. Hey? Coming in here with your... Oh, look at me in the top 20. Thank you for helping the stream get over 50 likes, by the way, guys. Massively appreciate that. Of course, if you are enjoying it, make sure you're hitting like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you could get it over to 100, we'll do a little dance. I'm feeling quite dancey today. I feel like I could do a little dance. I'm up for a dance. Oh, nice, bro. Rank 279. Somebody pushing Alex to the extreme. Yeah, people are saying they're going for it. Scott says he's really torn between Salah or Palmer. I think the coin will be decisive, and it'll help us out. Got Hall, Mikalenkovic, and Mazraoui. Which one in the first 11? Probably either Hall or Mazraoui will probably be the ones I'd go for. I don't want double Brentford. I do get that, mate. I do get that. Definitely go Cunha, people are saying as well. Alex is cooking. Alex has been a genius all season, so maybe he's onto something again. I've transferred in Cunha for Watkins and gone for the gamble of bringing in Nkunku for Rodgers, hoping he scores big tonight. He very easily could. It's going to be, for the people that don't captain Palmer, one of those where we're going to be sitting behind the potential sofa there, aren't we? Bench 2, Konate, Munoz, Hall, Aina and Mikalenkovic. Aina and probably Mikalenkovic are probably going to be the 2 I would bench there. Tom question, Raul to Cunha or Roll? I probably would go Cunha. Callum's rank 8k. Very nice, mate. Decent, rank that. Hi, Tom. Visser or Rashford to start? Ooh. I'd probably say Visser's a lot more secure in his minutes, so I probably would go for him. Yeah, I'd probably go Visser. By the way, guys, like I said, if we hit 100 likes, I'll do some dancing. I'll do some dancing as I always do. You know me, guys. I love a little cheeky dance. Best time for a wildcard, probably going to be 30 or 31 in my personal opinion. That's probably going to be the period where we are going to look to hit that wildcard button. Like I said, big coin flip at 3 o'clock to decide between Palmer or Salah for captain. Let me know which way you think the coin is going to go with that one. Is it going to go Palmer or is it going to go Salah? And if you are obviously split and you fancy him back in the coin as well this week, then could be decent. Could be decent for the coin owners. Start Diassi or Van Heck? Probably go Van Heck. Palace have been pretty decent recently. What does your training split look like? You like gym or calisthenics more? I like the gym more. Never really done calisthenics, to be honest. But yeah, my splits are pretty much like a push-pull 2 times a week. That's it. Don't overdo it. I don't train legs. I've never had the appeal to train legs either. I used to be a really, really skinny lad. Like, genuinely, like, you could see my bones and I had, like, twig arms and stuff like that. But, yeah, the split is pretty much, we do chest and shoulders one day. Then we do arms and back the next day. We do that twice a week. And, yeah, I'm not complaining with the results. I look a little bit, like, bulky at the moment, and that is because I am. We're on a bulk. We're pretty much going to be entering into the final month for the bulk. And then you'll start to see me like slim down. So I'll probably be like out here, like for the final few weeks. I'll just be like out here, like, oh, I'm really fat. Then we'll come back in like July, August time, and you'll be able just to see like my jawline. You'll be like, what the hell happened to you? Adim's got the right idea. Everyone kindly share your likes as well. That would be appreciated. Will I ever bring Marmouche in? I need to see a lot more from him before I even consider him as an option. Munoz or Kirkez to start? I'd start Munoz. Kluivert or Dango to start? I'd go Kluivert for the penalties. Pick one, Robinson, Gabriel and Kirkez, and play one of Kluivert and Dango. I would pick either Robinson or Gabriel, and then I probably would play Kluivert. Yeah, push pull is pretty much all you need. I think if I was like really bothered about my legs, I would throw a leg session in there, but there's no like appeal. Like I said, I used to be really self-conscious about my arms and stuff, because they used to be really small, and I always used to just wear jumpers all the time. Like, genuinely, even if it was like red hot, I'd still wear a jumper because I was that kind of self-conscious about the way I looked. Did something about it. Now that's kind of disappeared. Same with like everything as well. There's a big level of confidence that have come from that. So yeah, maybe I'll post some like gym routines at some point. I don't know. Let me know if that's sort of something you'd want to see. We can post it on like Twitter or something. But yeah, I can post that. Would you punt on Bowen but ruins the Cunha transfer next week because of lack of funds? I would not punt on Bowen if I was going to miss out on Cunha, for me personally. Lewis Hall or Gvardiol? I'd actually go Gvardiol on that one. Jamie's in the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. Got your phone back at least. Making the memes again. I would start Mateta. Munoz, Mikolenko, Castagna. Start one. I have Brentford, Attack and Watkins though. I'd still go Munoz because he's an absolute demon, and then probably Castagna. Hey, how's it going? Who would you start, Raul or Dango? Probably would go Dango. Can you show your projected goal numbers for specific players? What do you mean? Which ones do you want to see? We're doing team reviews at 3:30 UK time. I meant play one of Robinson. Oh, I would play either Robinson or Gabriel. That's the way I'd go with that one. Bench one of Isak, Wood, Semenyo, Otara. I would bench Semenyo or Otara. They're probably going to be the two that I bench out of that one. Hey Tom, thoughts on this? Trossard plus Ahmad to Bowen plus Nkunku for a -4. I'm debating it. Yeah, I probably would. I'd probably go for the gamble. Yeah, I probably should start throwing some legs in there. But I've just never like appealed to me. Yeah. What do you think about Rashford in for Rodgers? I mean, they both blank in 29, so I probably would avoid it. Villa's fixtures as well aren't too interesting for me. Vissa to Mateta for a -4, probably wouldn't. Yeah, fair. I think Alex raises a great point about the games being quite close and Nkunku might see a benching. No worries, bro. Yeah, 11k is mental considering where we were at one point. I probably will go Hall a little bit higher, but I could see both of them getting a clean sheet. It absolutely pissed me off. It will piss me off when that happens. It will. It just will. Make sure you're hitting on that like button, guys. Like I said, we are approaching 100 likes, and it'd be absolutely incredible if we could hit that number today. I will be reviewing teams. Yes, we'll be doing those at 3:30. At 3 o'clock, we've got the big coin flip as well for Palmer versus Salah. So if you are undecided and you want to let a mysterious, lucky coin decide that for you, then that's coming up at 3 o'clock. 5 mil to 11k. Honestly, it's unreal. Oh, yeah, man. At least you can use it. That's the main thing. And I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good, brother. Yeah, I mean, I was getting absolutely battered by a lot of people at work. A lot of friends as well were giving it big licks at the start of the season because I was just mild. Like, genuinely, there was a lad in my work league, I was 150 points behind him at one point in the season, and he was top. And he was giving it big licks like, nah, you'll never catch me. Now I'm like 90 clear of him. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous turnaround. If the coin says Palmer, will you change it? I don't know. You know me with the coins. Sometimes I go with it, sometimes I don't. I didn't go with it last week and it worked out with Glasner. What is the time for me? We've got 5 minutes. So it's 2:55 GMT. So I'm in the UK. Do I bench Cliver or Mateta? Ooh. I'd probably bench Cliver, you know. Yeah, I think I'd bench Cliver on that one. Yeah, I probably would go with that one. Please don't spam though, bro. Or we will have to get you unmuted. Rodgers to Enzo, good. Could be decent. Has a fixture in 29 at least. It's not the best fixture though. Yeah, captain numbers this week are going to be wild to say the least, aren't they? They're going to be insane. I don't think a wild card is feasible for me this week. Yeah, I just don't. I think, like we said, that wild card spot is going to be for 30 or 31. That's going to be the time to play it. And obviously, if you've got... Like, you can say, yeah, oh, I could build 5 free transfers, but you never know what could happen. You could get a spate of injuries that absolutely wipes your team out. Then you've not got that 5 transfers to attack those doubles further down the line. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those... Bench Isak or Wood? I would probably bench Wood over Isak. Always trust the Wood captain. Wood captain in 29 could be an interesting one. You've got Wood, you've got Cunha, and then you've probably got Haaland, haven't you, really? But yeah, that's probably one of the ways. Start Raya or Flecken? I probably still would go... Ooh, I'd probably go Raya. I'd probably go Raya. Sell Isak for Cunha. I think you want to keep Isak, especially if you've had him for a while like myself. There's a lot of value built into him. He's going to be a player we all want to own at some point as well, with, of course, the Newcastle double in 32 as well. Was 100 points behind by first place in my mini-league 3-4 game weeks ago, and said he's already cleared me, and now I'm going into this week only 30 points behind, and I have my triple captain. Why he doesn't? Wow. Isak triple captain in 32 could be big for you, mate. That'd be a great week to do it. Isaac 32 could go mega. Maybe a gamble this week on Palmer could also go mega, but yeah, definitely some interesting weeks. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. It does mean the absolute world to me when people obviously, you know, reach out, like the streams and stuff like that. We are trying to hit 100 likes. And yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Eight Nuri, Gabriel, or Munoz. Ooh, I don't mind Eight Nuri for this week, but I like Munoz as well. I probably put Gabriel at bottom of those. I am currently captaining Salah. Who's my favourite Asian player in the Premier League? I mean, it probably is Son. Yeah, I think that's just a lot of people's answers. The guy is just a genuinely lovely guy, isn't he? It's just a shame Spurs are terrible this year because I do like owning him as well. I've owned him at points earlier in the season and he did deliver for me. I think there was a game where he got like 2 or 3. That was a wild one. But yeah, Son's easy. It's 90% Palmer captain for me. Alex! Ooh! Alex, my boy. He's going big this week. He's taking Visser out. He's going Palmer captain. Look at him. I'm playing my dad in head-to-head as well this week in a big league that I'm top of, that I've done exceptionally well in for 5 years, but never won it because everyone starts to then target me because obviously who I am. But this could be the year that I win it, but my dad's got Palmer captain and I think I'm going to go Salah. This could be the year that he diddles me. Bench 1, Dango and Buemo, Wood or Matoma. I probably would be between Matoma and Dango on that one. High risk did play with Glasner, but sometimes it's just one of those, isn't it, where you can't have it all your own way. You can't have it all your way. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, we are going to do the coin flip in a second, of course, for the big one. And it is a big one this week. It could be massive and have huge ramifications for people's seasons. Do you go Palmer? Or do you go Mohamed Salah? We've got 160 people in here to witness the holy coin in action. If you don't know what the holy coin is, this thing decides a lot of people's game weeks, to be honest. Heads or tails, whatever it lands on, usually we go for it. It's done us exceptionally well some weeks. Other weeks we've ignored it. But this one could be the big one. We're going to go heads for Mohamed Salah, right? Heads for Salah, tails for Palmer, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hit that like button if you're ready. Come on. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it has landed on heads. The holy coin has spoken, and it has chosen Mohamed Salah as its captain for this game week. Mohamed Salah and the holy coin. That's what it's chosen. This is still there. I think I'm going to wait 1 week. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the way, isn't it? Wait 1 more week. Had Rodgers for the whole season. Now he's gone for Bowen. I like that as a move, though, Alex. I think that's decent. Salah it is. People are saying people are trusting the coin. It's mental how many decisions this coin has made this season for people. No coin for me. Some people are defying the coin. My coin toss chose Palmer, but is yours the holy coin? I don't think it is, mate. It's not the holy coin that sits above my computer. It's not the one. Emery or Glasner? I probably would go Glasner. Alex is going for Salah then. He says that's it. Not the Alex though. Not the guy who's like 20th in the world. Just some other Alex in the chat. They'll probably score 13 points each. I definitely could see that happening. I could see like Palmer plays tonight, right? People get Palmer and they go, right, that's that one. And then Salah will turn up tomorrow and you'll go, what was the point? Genuinely, what was the point? Wood or Isaac? I'd go Isaac. I would start Kirkez or Castagna. out of those two. Yeah, we can do you a coin flip, bro. Bro. I nearly said blow then. Heads is going to be in Cuckoo. Tails is going to be Neto, okay? You ready? Tails. Pedro Neto. There you go. Pedro Neto, baby. Do keep the likes coming in. Making sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well. We are trying to hit 12.5k before the end of the season. Obviously, if our rank continues to climb, I think that would not be an issue, to be honest. But yeah, I love doing these streams. I love hanging out with you guys, chatting away with you guys. It is one of my favourite things to do. And yeah, if we can continue to do it, why not? It's great, isn't it? I'm rage selling him for Rashford. Coin is cooking. I went against the coin last week with Glasner. So yeah, I would rather bench Nawari, in my opinion. I would rather play Bowen over Clivert. Leicester's a great fixture. Could do a lot of damage. I spun a wheel and it said Salah 2. It might be a sign our 50-50 odds are lying. There you go. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. How long have I been streaming for? We've done about an hour and 8 minutes. Yeah, an hour and 8 minutes. I genuinely wish I could get to Bowen this week. But unfortunately, I don't have a way to do it. So yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, I think if I could go Rodgers to Bowen this week, I would. Bro, if your gut's telling you one thing, I usually say trust your intuition. It's there for a reason. Can you please do a coin toss for Raya versus Kepa? Of course we can. Tails is for Raya. Heads is for Kepa, alright? Heads it is. Kepa, baby. There you go. Oh, I'm hungry. That gym session has made me very hungry. Oh, it's fully going to happen. Both are going to get the exact same points now. It just is. I can just see what's going to happen. They're both going to get the same amount of points. That'll be it. And we'll go, oh, all that for that. Can you please do a coin toss for Foden or Mbuemo? Yeah, sure. Heads is going to be Foden. Tails is going to be Mbuemo. It is Tails. Thoughts on Reece James? Not really a player I'm going to be considering. I would bench Dango and then, yeah, play Bowen. Start Rodgers or Kulusevski. Go Kulusevski. Can you do a coin toss, please? Dango or Wood? Yep. Tails is going to be Dango. No, Heads is going to be Dango. Tails is going to be Wood, alright? It is Heads. There you go. Hi, Tom. Who would you bench? Isak, Cliver, or Wood? Probably Wood, wouldn't you? John, long time no see, man. Hope you're doing very, very good. Oh, bro. I think I've only probably done like a handful of leg sessions in my life. Every single one has ended in just pure pain. It just does. Oh, if the wheel's saying Salah 5 times, you've just got to go for it. You just got to go for it. Would do a coin flip if you got the opportunity. If it lands coin, your team gets double the points. If it lands tails, the team gets half. No. Bro is deciding his whole team on coin flips. Why not? It's here for that, isn't it? Pickford or Flecken? I probably would go... Oh, I think both teams are going to score. So you go with the bookmakers, and they've probably got Brentford as the better odds for that fixture. So I reckon you probably just do that. We are approaching 100 likes on today's stream, by the way. We're at 89. There's 159 people sat in today's stream. So if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you're hitting that like button, and we'll do some dancing for 100k, all right? Wood is going to punish me from the bench, isn't he? But the coin has spoken. The coin's always spoken. That's what it's there for, isn't it? The holy coin. Oh, that's a shame, man. Well, I hope you're doing very good, mate. I hope you're doing very good. It's great to see you back in the chat again. Many people captaining Palmer. They will be. Best options, you're probably looking at Forest players, not this week, but obviously in game week 29 with them having Ipswich. Then you're probably looking at, of course, maybe some City players as well with decent fixtures on the horizon for them. Good data on the 11-5 models. Then, of course, you've got the Wolves players as well with some good fixtures coming up for them. Oh, bro. I'm glad you switched to Chrome. I'm glad you switched to Chrome just to say hi. Oh, it's great to see you back in the chat, man. Stock Gabriel or Robinson? I'd be tempted with Robinson. I would be tempted. I think I'd be tempted to make that move. I mean, Hall's got West Ham next week. I mean, you're probably going to go... If you've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you probably want to play him this week. Or if you've got Colwell as well, play him this week. Watkins to Marmoush, I think I would rather have Cunha for me personally. I'd start Gabriel over Kirkez, yeah. I think Aitner is fit. I haven't seen anything that would suggest otherwise. Do you think Vista to Cunha is worth it this week or wait? I think I'm going to wait. And I think Alex is in the same boat as well, who's like 20 in the world. I think we're going to wait this week. Maybe make that move next week as the more luxury transfer. I just can see Brentford scoring at home against Everton. I just can. Thank you for liking, Jake, man. We're at 93 now, so we're getting ever closer. We're getting ever closer. We really, really are. Hello, I've got benching dilemmas this week. Sells or Flecken, Aina or Timber, Bowen or Clivert. I'd go Flecken, Timber, Bowen. Any news on Gakpo? I haven't seen any, but we'll have a quick check around for you, man. Let's have a quick check on Twitter. By the way, we're doing team ratings at past. Team ratings at past. Let's have a look. Cheers, Sean. Nice laugh, mate. Some players will be assessed with knocks ahead of the Arsenal visit. Oh, that sounds ominous. Thanks for that one. Who was we looking for? Hopes that Erling Haaland will be fit. That sounds ominous. Bradley out for a few weeks. Great. More minutes for Trent. Love that. Did we have a press conference for him? Yep, nothing on thingy. Nothing on him. I'm 5k at the minute and I'm risking Palmer. I don't think it's a huge risk. It's not like a massive risk. It's still a risk, but I think you're good. Thank you and appreciate it. Deadline is at 5 a.m. Australian time here, so finalising my team soon and just praying things work out. I hope so, bro. Doesn't look like we're getting much early team news this season, so I think you're all good. Bench 1, Wood and Buemo or Isak? Ooh, probably Wood. Probably would go Wood on that one. 94 likes, by the way. 6. Come on. 6 people. You know what to do if you're one of those 6. I would go Semenyo. How do I get my team submitted? If you send it over on Twitter or X, leave it under one of my most recent tweets and we'll get round to doing it. Right, let's do a live. Some people have asked for this earlier in the stream. Let's do my live predictions in terms of score. Brighton Bournemouth, I'm going to go 1-1. Palace Villa, I'm going to go a 2-1 win for Palace. Wolves Fulham, I'm going to go 1-1. Chelsea Southampton, I'm going to go 3-1 to Chelsea. Brentford Everton, 2-2. United Ipswich, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for United. Forest Arsenal, I'm going to go 1-1. Spurs City, I'm going to go for a 4-1 win for City. Liverpool, I'm going to go for a 4-1 win for them against Newcastle. And then finally, West Ham Leicester, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for West Ham. There you go. That's what we're going to go with for today. I would rather have Cunha ahead of Marmoush. Cunha is just one of those guys that is the big player, isn't he? I would go Cunha. Sell Hall or sell Watkins. I think both are very easy sells, but I think you've got the more appealing upside option of Cunha ahead of Watkins. Keep Hall for the double game week. Yeah, probably as well. I would probably play Robinson ahead of Kirkes this week. Do I do team reviews? Of course I do. If you want to send them over on Twitter, at FPLTom_, we'll get some of those done as well. We've hit over 100 likes, by the way, on today's stream. So thank you very, very much for that one. Massively appreciate you guys for just being absolute legends as always. That's what you do. We'll have a little boogie to celebrate. We always do. We always do. Let me just switch the camera. Hang on. Here we go. We'll just nearly tip the chair over. We'll just a couple of them. There we go. It's all you need sometimes. It's all you need. As long as I don't tip the chair up. That's great. Oh dear. Thank you very much for the likes, guys. Massively appreciate it. I would not go near any Manchester United players, John. None for me personally. Bench one of Wood, Cliver, or Visser. I probably would be tempted with maybe Visser or Wood. Yeah, you can whack it in the chat if I see it. Obviously, the chat does move quite quick, but if it pops up and I get a chance to read through it, I'll try my best. Polyglot Singer was not a fan of that dance move, was he? My team is Raya, Kirkes, Gabriel, Trent. I mean, you're going to be starting to look for double game week players, aren't you? So, I'd probably... I think you could probably roll this week, really. You could probably do Jimenez to Cunha. But other than that, I probably would leave it, you know. I think I probably would. Rodgers to maybe Bowen if you've got the moves. The funds to do it. I read the next question. What is that? Looks like I missed so much. Yeah, these are the cool moves that we do now, right? These are the big boy moves we do. Visser to Cunha, I think it's probably going to be a next week move for me. We want more moves. If we get to 200 likes, we'll do more moves, all right? It's a long way off. I don't think Welbeck will be in the squad from the sounds of what the manager has been saying. Oh, mate. Oh, John, that's a stinker, isn't it? Sold Sobersley for Trossard. Oh, I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. Nice, decent team. Yeah, I think that's one of the big things I've learnt sometimes this season is patience comes in so clutch at the moment. -4 for Cucurella from Kirkes. No. Not for me. Not a move I would be suggesting. Heartbeat breaking. Play Enzo or Wood. I'd probably take the gamble on Enzo this week. Yeah, I probably would go with that. Take the gamble on Enzo. Go for it. Oh, yeah. No worries, bro. Yeah, I think then I probably would go that Bowen to Rodgers move then. I think that's a pretty decent move to make. Or Jimenez up to Cunha. Whichever one you prefer. I think Cunha would be the better option because he gives you a decent captaincy shout in 29 as well. What did Cunha do in his last fixture against Thingy? Just want to have a quick look. Here he is, the big man. Oh, he just has been a bit warm recently, hasn't he? Then going into... Yeah, I think he's going to be the transfer in next week, you know. What did he do against Fulham? Oh my God, he got 16 points. Holy moly, 2 goals and 1 assist earlier in the season. Oh no, he's a bit warm. Oh, Cunha might be the one, lads. I think we might have to do a coin flip for it. Heads is going to be Cunha. Tails is going to be Visser, right? Oh! I'm unsure. I'm really, really unsure. Do we take Visser out and bring in Cunha? Oh, I do just think they will score. I do just think they'll score, Brentford. Ah. But I want Cunha. I know it's a luxury move. It is a luxury move, but he is just so good. People are saying do it. Oh. Cunha or Wood? I mean, I would play Cunha ahead of Wood. Oh my god, he got a 16-pointer against them, didn't he, earlier in the season? Flipping Nora. Oh, Cunha, why have you done this to me? Why have you done this to me? I don't think Fulham are that solid in defence, though. Brentford versus Everton last match 0-0. If you feel it, do it. It just feels like a luxury transfer. Would you start Gakpo or Dango? I'd go Dango. Palmer cap differential. I don't think it's going to be that big a differential. I still think a lot of people will probably do it. Who do you see winning the Champions League? I think Liverpool could have a decent shout. I think the way the draws opened has not been very kind to them, has it? That's so funny for me watching as a viewer. Yeah, we're in a sticky position now, aren't we? Do we go Cunha or do we go for Visser? Probably going to be Mateta. You're probably looking to swap, isn't it? I probably would do those moves for a hit, John. I probably would. I'd start Robinson ahead of Kirkez. I would start or I would bring in Cunha for Pedro. Yeah, I'd bring in Cunha for Pedro. Cunha is just so good. He's a joke. He's absolute joke. Captain and Cuckoo, I think if you've got Palmer, just stick with Palmer. Don't go too wild. You've already got a big differential. There's no need to make it a bigger differential. I don't think I'd do Rare for Pickford for free. Not for me, no. Not going to be the play, not going to be the move. This got interesting fast, didn't it? Oh my days. Mateta has Ipswich next. Leave him then. Leave him then. If they've got... I didn't realise they had Ipswich next week. Yeah, I'd leave him then. Mbuemo or Bowen? I think I'd rather have Bowen this week. What's my Twitter? At FPLTom_. Right above my head. There you go. Like I said, we'll do team reviews at past as well. He is just a very, very fun player to watch. He is a very fun player to watch. Do we take the gamble on it? What do you reckon, chat? Do we take that gamble? Do we take Visser out this week and bring in Cunha? What do you reckon? It could be a big move that pays off. It could be one that ends in tears. I will play Clive over Dango purely for penalties. It's just one of the things I always look for, is a decent penalty taker. Not worth it. Visser is a great player. I have both. Yeah. Cunha time, people are saying in the chat. Not worth it, says someone else. Bruno plus Cunha for Rodgers plus Isak. Good. Till game week 30. I don't know about Isak though. I think Isak could still deliver over the next few weeks, and obviously if you've got a lot of value built into him already. It's a toughie, genuinely a toughie. Cunha will cook this week. Yeah, I'm genuinely really undecided which way to go for it. I honestly am. Oh, it's a toughie. Honestly, it's a toughie. It's a toughie. I think I might do this at the Cunha next week. Yeah, we did a coin flip already. We did a coin flip and it said Cunha. That's the problem. The coin has spoken. The coin has spoken. I'm very unsure which way to go about it. Why not Wood for Cunha? He has Ipswich in 29. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'm first in the entire work league. I'm first. I'm in first in quite a lot of leagues as well. 2% of Captain Neto. Who are these 2% of people? Where are they? Where are these mentalists? My agenda is anti-Wood till the end of the season. Hey, Wood's a cracking player. No problems with Chris Wood. Alisson or Areola? I'd go Alisson. Liverpool have been one of the best defences all season, so yeah. I know it's a great fixture and West Ham could keep clean sheet, but I still probably would stick with Alisson for me personally. Huijsen or Virgil van Dijk? I would rather play Virgil van Dijk this week. What are the predicted points? Good question. We can go and have a look at that, actually. That might help sway the room. Of course, if you want to go over to Fantasy Football Hub, use the link in my description. Cunha's at 23.4, 5.7 for this week. What was he? 5.7? I mean, there's not much in it, is there? There's really not. I think it might be one for next week. Boeing captain? I don't think so. I just think as well we've got a long time between this deadline and the next one. Bench one of Cliver, Dango, or Visser. I would probably bench Dango out of all of those. I'd play Timber ahead of Hoyson, for me personally. Yeah, I think Timber minutes could be a little bit mudded. I'd rather have Cunha than Maramouche. I don't think I would do that just purely because we're going to have a lot of value built into Isaac, and he's definitely a player we're going to want back in. Into our sides and stuff like that. By the way, we're going to be doing team ratings in about 2 minutes. So if you want to get your team rated by me, head over to my Twitter at @FPLTom_. Leave it under my most recent tweet, and we'll get round to reviewing that in a second. I don't mind that as a -4. I genuinely don't mind that as a -4. Who would you play out of Otara and bench Rodgers, or go Rodgers to Bowen? I would go Rodgers to Bowen. That's probably the move I would do on that one. I think that's probably the play I would do. I'd start Verge over Robinson. I still think Liverpool would probably keep a clean sheet at home. Have you used your TC yet? Yeah. Unfortunately, I used it all the way back in game week 9 on Haaland, where he got like 3 XG but only 1 attacking result. Alex is back in the chat. You have created an absolute wormhole in my brain, Alex. What have you done? Saliba. I prioritise selling Watkins. I'd rather prioritise selling Watkins for me personally. Right, let's start doing some team reviews then. Let's have a look on Twitter. See what's been sent in. Thank you very much for sending these in, guys. I was thinking to do João Pedro to Cunha and Rodgers to Nkunku. Is it a good one? And then Dango on the bench. I don't mind it. I like the João Pedro to Cunha move. I'm not 100% convinced on the Rodgers to Nkunku move. But if you fancy it, go for it. Any changes needed, or going to roll this team into game week 29? I think that's a really, really good team. Interesting Bowen cap, but I probably, would have it on either Salah or Palmer, but still a decent team. How's it going, bro? Looking to roll this week, Visser to Cunha. Or, I mean, you're probably in the same predicament as me, aren't you? Do you play that transfer or do you roll? I think I probably would roll. Hey Tom, I have 2 free transfers in the bank with 0.8 million. What would you do with this team? I'm away for a wedding. I haven't watched your vids. I miss Bournemouth mid. I mean, you could just play Colwell ahead of Rodgers, and I think that could be pretty fine. Yeah, you probably are going to be missing a Bournemouth mid, but I don't know if it's the best move to maybe make right now. So yeah, I reckon you could just maybe roll, take it to 3 into next week, play Colwell ahead of Rodgers. I think that's probably the move I would go for. Foden to Bowen could also be a decent move as well, but Spurs is not the worst fixture. Or if you've got the money, Rodgers or Gordon there. Yeah, I'd do actually Gordon. Gordon to Rodgers, Gordon to who's the guy we've been talking about all stream? Bowen, bench Rodgers. Done. Decent team, looks good. Who do I play? I think you've probably got... Yeah, probably got it about right. I might change to sells. Need game week 29 options. Hall and... I think I'd leave it as is. And I get, you need some options for game week 29, so fair. We'll roll this week and Visser to Mateta next week and free hit in 29. How does that sound? I don't like the free hit in 29. I think free hit 34 works better with the wild card, the bench boost, the triple captain strategy. So I would be trying to avoid it at all costs. And it actually looks like you got a pretty decent side that doesn't need to free hit in that week. I don't do IDs. I can see someone sent me a super chat, so we'll do it for the super chat, but I don't usually do IDs. Thank you very much, Ross, by the way, for the super chat. Really appreciate that one, man. ABM's team looking good. Who have you got on the bench there? I play Colwell ahead of Robinson. Easy. Start Munoz or Kirkes. I probably would go Munoz, yeah. Benching decision's okay. I mean, it's a 50-50 between Gabriel and Castagna. I think with you having Cunha, I probably would put Gabriel back in. Rogers to Bowen, 2 free transfers. Yep, would do it. I have 1 free transfer, and I'm considering taking a -4 hit and transferring in Cunha for João Pedro, and 8 Nuri for Gabriel, but I don't know. I'd leave 8 Nuri. They've got Thingy coming up in his... oh, you're bringing him in, sorry. I'd be more tempted to take Trent out in 29 when we get there. I'd leave Gabriel in for now. I probably would only do the Cunha move. Looks decent, no problems. Still unsure on captaincy. The coin did go for Salah, but if you fancy Cole Palmer, you do you, mate, and go for it. You do you and go for it, bro. No worries, mate. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Let me just change over the ID quickly. We'll get it done for you. Thank you very much for the donation as well, man. Really appreciate that. Let's have a look. Let me switch to this screen. Let's have a look for you quickly, mate. Okay. So this is the team for this week. How much have you got? 1 transfer, 1.8. I think you could just roll, really. You could probably just roll. I probably would start that instead of that. Maybe that instead of that. And I think I probably would go out like this. Captain either Salah or Palmer or Salah. And I think you're pretty decent to go, mate. And you're not free hitting in 29. Yeah. And then start building some transfers in. I think you'll be fine. Yeah. I think you'll be fine. How have you found a way to get Palmer to Haaland? Very interesting, that one, mate. That could be huge. That could be huge. Right. Yeah, I kind of want to be in a position where I have Wood and Cunha in 29. I have the manager chip. Should I get Pereira? Yeah, we went through these a little bit earlier in the stream. The top ones for this week. You've either got Glasner, Pereira as your kind of table bonus ones. Obviously, Postecoglou falls under that bracket. And then you've probably got, you know, Maresca as kind of the safe favourite picks. But you can decide which way you want to go with that one, really. Would you do Raul to Cunha for free? I probably would, yeah. I'm wildcarding in 30. Is it worth selling Mateta to Cunha to be able to sell Rogers to Bowen? I don't think so, of course, with Mateta having Ipswich next week. Keep or sell Watkins to Cunha? Yeah, I'd definitely do that move. Gives you a player in 29 as well. All makes sense for me, personally. All makes sense. Do obviously keep the likes coming in. Keep the subscriptions coming in as well. You guys have been absolutely incredible today. Smashing it out of the park. We'll be live probably till around about 4-ish, probably a little bit after. And then once you're done there, head over to my second channel. We've just dropped our Belgian video where we went to the Brussels Derby. It was absolutely insane. And yeah, really, really enjoyed it. The video obviously came out this afternoon. It's starting to pick up some traction as well now, which is what we want to see. So obviously, if you do enjoy it, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated as always. I have 1.7 million in the bank. Sell Rogers or roll my midfielders are Palmer, Salah, Enzo, and Kluivert. I mean, you could sell them to Bowen, right? I think you can afford Bowen, 1.7. Maybe. See if you can afford it. And Dyer to Cunha, Virgil van Dijk to 8 Nori. I don't think you need to do the Virgil van Dijk to 8 Nori bit, unless, of course, it does allow you to fund it. But I don't mind that as a -4. I don't mind it as a -4. Hi, Tom. Just sent my team on Twitter. Thought I did it before 3:30, but it hasn't shown up. Should be there now. Let me have a quick check for you, Abby. I know you're a pretty regular in the stream. Here it is. My team for game week 27. I brought in Cunha, Foot, and Dye. Great move. Yep. Looks very, very good. I think you're in a pretty decent place there. I can't afford Bowen. Ooh. Then, yeah, I probably would leave it as is. I don't think there's any other midfielders I'd be absolutely dying to get hold of at that point. So, yeah, I probably would leave it. I would play Cucurella, Verge, and Saliba for me, mate. That's probably the way I'd go on that one. Keep or sell Murphy to Mbeumo. Yeah, I probably would move him on for Mbeumo. I think that's a fairly decent move. Not too bad a move. I would see the appeal for Cucurella for 2 game weeks. Probably going to play as a strike with Nkunku. He probably end up will do, won't he? Do keep those questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Of course, you've been absolutely incredible in today's stream. Obviously, we've been live since 2 o'clock. There'll be a transfer targets video out tonight as well. Got to get that graph going. You know me. I had 16 of those points. Love that, mate. Love that. Have you thought what you are doing this week yet? I think we're going to roll. There is still the option for Vissa to Cunha, but I think I'm just going to roll. We'll bring in Cunha next week. Bench 1, Wood, Dango, Cliver, Cunha. I would probably be between Dango or Wood, in my opinion. So, yeah. Alisson or Kepa? I think I'd still go Alisson on that one. Voice is starting to go a little bit. Good job it's not a 2.5 hour stream today, isn't it? Jesus. Jesus. I need a 1 week punt to replace Rodgers in game week 29. Thinking Alanga, Gibbs, White, but I'm curious what you think. Yeah. I think there'll be decent options in 29. Cunha is a luxury move, but better longer term. I do think he is a good longer term one. I think it's just a luxury because it means then we're going to have to -4 in game week 29. Yeah, I think that's also a valid shout. I do think that's also a valid shout. What would you do right now, Alex? This is your team. This is how you line it up. You've got that transfer. Do you go Vissa or do you go Cunha? I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are. Wood, Cunha, Watkins, any two? Probably going to be Cunha and Watkins. They've got the more favourable fixtures, haven't they? Yeah, I would swap out either Watkins or João Pedro for Cunha there. The reason I'm not suggesting Wood, by the way, to sell off, I know the next few fixtures are pretty bad, but in game week 29 he's got Ipswich, and if you're not free hitting, that's a great fixture. What are my plans? I think we're going to probably stick as is. The only plan we probably would make would be Vissa for Cunha. Can you review my team? Yeah, if you send it me on Twitter, we'll get it reviewed for you, mate. Robinson has been good because of his 10 assists, if you look closer. Alrighty. Let's have a look. When was the last time Fulham kept a clean sheet? Game week 22 against Leicester, but you'd probably imagine that. Then the other one was Southampton. My God, they really don't, do they? Then Palace back in game week 11. Forest here. 4 for the season is not great. What's their XG conceded at? What is their XG conceded at? Give me a second. Opta have predicted Fulham beating Wolves at 40%. Wolves 33.8. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter about that, but yeah, let's have a look. Team stats. I'm interested to see what's kind of been the consensus over the past 10 game weeks in terms of those expected goals conceded. Last 10 game weeks will be here. Where are they ranked? Oh, see, that's the last 10 game weeks. Fulham are sat in third for XG conceded. Everton are also not too dissimilar, but third for XG conceded. They're not giving a lot up. They've not kept many clean sheets. I give you that, Alex. But third for XG conceded over the last 10 game weeks is not bad. It's not bad. And then if you look at over the past 5 game weeks, they're actually sat top. I don't think I'm going to go for this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for this, you know. I think I'm just going to stick as is. I think we're going to stick as is. I think Fulham, their numbers don't look as bad as I was thinking they would. Which post? Any post on Twitter. Any post on Twitter. Yeah, I think the Bournemouth manager's fine. Where's Chelsea? I bet bottom. Let me have a look. Past 5 game weeks, Chelsea are near the bottom, yeah. Southampton, Ipswich, Villa, United, Chelsea, Forest, Newcastle. Over the past 5 game weeks, yeah. Fairs, Alex. I think I'm going to leave it. I do think I'm going to leave it. I think that data suggests to me that maybe Fulham have been a little bit unlucky. The fact that their expected goals have been so good over the past 10 and 5 game weeks. So I think I'm going to leave it. I think next week probably makes more sense to do it. Probably would prefer Enzo over Neto. For me personally anyway. Cool. So over the past 5 game weeks, it's Southampton, Ipswich, Villa and Chelsea. Am I buying Cunha? I don't think I'm going to buy Cunha, no. Cool, let's have a look at some more teams that have been sent in. Hi Tom, wanted to play Bowen but don't know who to bench. Probably João Pedro or Beto. Probably going to be your 2 you'd bench. This is my team. Please review it. A follow back would be nice as well. Cheeky. Areola, Trent. Who's on the bench there? Mateta on the bench could be... I think I'd rather have Mateta than Dango playing. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Mateta than Dango playing. Personally, for me anyway. Yeah, Chelsea are just an absolute mess, aren't they? Start Madswari for Gabriel this week. I mean, yeah, they've got a decent fixture. You would imagine they should keep a clean sheet. But it is United, so here they are, I guess. Would you bench Wood, Dango, or João Pedro? Already got Cliver. Probably going to be Dango then, isn't it? Probably is going to be Dango. No worries, anytime, bro. VC, Watkins, or Cunha. I mean, it's either going to be Salah or Palmer, really, isn't it? Bench Cliver or Nawari. Probably Nawari. It's probably the better way to go, really. For me, personally, anyway. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit and subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Massively appreciate everybody that's been in today's stream. Absolute legends, as always. Am I doing any transfers? I think we're just going to stick as is. I don't think we're going to make that move for Cunha. I think we're going to stick with Visser for one more week, then make the move to Cunha potentially next week. There's just a long time, I think, as well, between the next deadlines. Yeah, we've already done team ratings, Jessica. If you want to send it me over, Jess, we'll get them done. And if not, just whack it in the Discord if it doesn't appear on Twitter. Just whack it in the Discord, and I'll take a look at your team for you. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Looks like a few of the big boys are starting to go live as well now, so, you know, legends. Legends as always. Hi Tom, I'm thinking Rodgers to Nkunku, is that a good one? I don't mind it. I think Alex made a good point earlier in the chat, suggesting that, of course, Nkunku could potentially maybe miss this one out with it being such a tight turnaround. We've seen that earlier in the season, but you never know. I sent my question on to Twitter, I'm guessing with your team. What team do I support? I support Mansfield Town. So yeah, no Premier League affiliations, which I do think puts me in an advantageous position, really. Sorry to tweet you again. I'm going to do Visser to Mateta next game week, and that's why I said I will do a free hit in 29. I don't think I'd do that then. I think I'd just leave it. I don't have my wild card for later. I still don't think I'd do it. Who should I bench out of these? Probably Dango. Yeah, Dango. Thank you for sending the link to the Discord in the chat, Jamie. Appreciate that one. If any of the channel moderators as well could send the link to the second channel in as well, that would be massively appreciated. We've just dropped a new video over on the second channel as well. So if you do obviously enjoy kind of the away day football style content, make sure you're heading over there. We've dropped a new video where we went to the Brussels derby. It was really good fun out in Belgium. So yeah, please, like I said, feel free to go and check out that second channel as well. Lots of good content on there for you now. We've hit 11 videos, I think. All of them really decent, so yeah, go for it. I would bench Otara, Dango out of those ones. I don't think I'd do that for a hit. I think I'd just play Wood. I think I would just play Wood. Who to start, Robinson or Kirkez? I probably would go Robinson. Yeah, I probably would go Robinson. I think it's going to be a close split between either of those two, isn't it? I think anyway. For me personally, anyway. Thank you for the stream, legend. No worries. And thank you, Jamie, as well, for putting the second channel link in the chat. Absolute legend, as always. Shout out to you, bro. It is an important decision, isn't it? Yeah, I honestly think it has impacted the decision making a lot, because I don't have a bias. I see it a lot with my friends that support Arsenal or City or Liverpool, United. They always pick players that they obviously like because they play for their club. One of my Arsenal friends bought in Nawari the other week. I wasn't that fussed about him, but he was like, "Oh, he's the best player ever." So yeah, it's just kind of one of those, isn't it? Let's hit 100 subs in 2025, bro. We have got to do some mad stuff to hit 100k subs. We have to go absolutely nuclear to hit 100k subs. I don't think it's going to happen. But you never know, Ronnie. You never know, mate. I Captain Palmer. Very nice for you, bro. Here's Jessica's team. 2.6 million in the bank. 1 free transfer. Thinking I should probably hold. Might gamble on Palmer. If I remember right, Jess, you're quite a way back, aren't you, right? So I think I'd gamble on Palmer. I think you could very easily roll that, though. I think roll, maybe take the gamble on Palmer captain and hope it works out for the best. I reckon you could go it. I reckon you could do it. Alex is a Real Madrid. Yeah, this is it. I think we have that big advantageous decision. The fact that we don't, of course, don't have to worry about teams or anything like that. That we can just, of course, just go, yep, we'll play him. We're not that bothered. We'll play him. Easy as that, simple. I don't have the predicted points available for this stream, unfortunately. I'm sorry, mate. I didn't have time to make the slide. I think it's just because we've I've had Aina from the start, got on Hall really early, got on Munoz really early. I think I would play Aina instead of Hall on Jessica's team. Valid shout, probably, yeah. Do keep the questions coming in. Likes, subscribes, all that good stuff. You guys have been absolutely incredible today, I can't lie. Absolute legends as always. Yeah, like I said, sorry bro, I got back late last night, spent all night editing that second channel video. So, yeah. Pretty tired to say the least today. I fell to 21k. Oh, Jamie. Jesus loves you more than you should know. No. Yeah, being a Liverpool fan, never going to you. Moyes and Emery, assistant manager, definitely makes the decisions harder. Cheers, Ronnie. Appreciate that, bro. I do appreciate that. We're probably going to wind up in the next few minutes around about 4, purely down to the fact that a lot of the big boys go live, and that's usually when we just kind of leave things where they were, if you like. That's kind of how we just usually play things. Just sent a post on Twitter. Appreciate the stream. Good luck all. Thank you very much for the donation, bro. Massively appreciate that. Legend. Legend as always. Hello, start Gakpo or Dango. I maybe would take the gamble on Gakpo. Yeah, I got on Wood quite early as well. Here's your team, bro. What transfers would you recommend? Free transfers. 0.6 million in the bank. Maybe Munoz to Cuckoo in place of Robinson, or Watkins to Cunha, Dango to Bowen. I probably would be more inclined to do the Watkins to Cunha one. I think that's probably the move I would do. I think your backline is probably pretty safe as is. Munoz is probably a player I wouldn't want to get in, purely down to the fact that they've got the blank in 29. So yeah, I probably would do the Watkins to Cunha one. Leave the rest, I think, would probably be the play. For me, anyway. That's probably would be the play. Right, guys, I think we are going to leave the stream there. Give me a quick second. But yeah, I think we're going to leave things there. Obviously, a lot of the big boys have gone live and stuff like that. So we'll let them do their thing. But where's the videos? There we go. Right, I can go back to this screen now here. But I would appreciate it if everybody after this stream went over to my second channel and hit subscribe on it. That's all I ask. Head over to the second channel, hit subscribe on it. We've just dropped a new video as well. As you can see, I experienced Belgium's crazy football culture. Great video, loved it, had a blast while I was out there. But as you can see, we've got plenty of other amazing bits of content out on the channel as well. There's now 12 videos up on there as well. But yeah, enjoy it. Go over there, hit subscribe. I'll put a link in the chat very quickly as well. And yeah, best of luck for this game week. Obviously, I will post my team on Twitter, but I think we're probably going to be as we were, to be honest. I don't think we're going to make any kind of last-minute dramatic changes, to be honest. So I think that's probably going to be it. But like I said, if everybody in the stream could head over to the second channel, hit subscribe, help that channel grow as well. That would be massively appreciated by me. And obviously check out the new video as well. That would be insane if you could go and do that as well. We are going to round it up there and we are going to leave it there. Best of luck for this game week, and I will see you very, very shortly as a video will be dropping later tonight. See you later all. Good luck. Oops. Throw back to the Euro stream. There we go. Whoops. There we go.